You want to get into email marketing and you're really not sure where to start. Sounds familiar for most people. Today, I'm going to go through a beginner's guide on exactly the questions that you should be asking yourself and what you should be doing to get started so you can be successful as soon as possible with your email marketing. Hey there, my name's Josh, and I am a full-time online business owner and certified digital marketing specialist. I'm here to talk to you about how you can get started with email marketing. There's a specific set of questions that are really going to help you understand, number one, is this really the right move for your business right now? And number two, what does it really take to get this going so that way you can be successful as quickly as possible? A lot of people, they don't really think about this. They just get into it. They just start writing emails. They don't have a plan. And then next thing you know, they're complaining because they're not making any sales and the, $1 for every lead on your list idea just isn't working for them. The things you've got to think about is like what type of business you're in. What do you plan to talk about in your emails? How often are you going to send emails? And even what kind of emails are you going to send? Now, the thing is this is a beginner's guide. So these are really basic things that you should be understanding about your business and what it is that you want to do to move forward. The big thing that most people forget about is understanding the purpose of their business and what it is that they're actually teaching people or giving people or doing for others, or even what their business does in general. I've seen people that have created massive businesses but yet fell back super hard because they didn't actually have a clear understanding of what their business was doing. And so the first thing you got to do is put a plan together so that way when you start with your email marketing strategy that you understand where you're going with it. You got to give people a reason to want to be on your list. I am in the make money online niche as well as providing services in digital marketing and doing consulting. And so I know that people who come through my door want one of two things. Either they want to make money or they want to build their business with digital marketing skills. So that's the two people that I target with my business. So what you need to understand is who are you targeting? And then you need to figure out how you're storing that information. Now, a lot of tools out there these days that are email marketing platforms, they are going to store the information for you, but you have to get them connected in one way or another. So that's where you got to figure out like what tools are you going to use, how you're going to store them, how you're going to collect them. And then the other thing is, are you getting permission from them to email them about these things? Most people will put a blurb at the bottom of their form or underneath a button or some sort that says, information collected here gives us the authority to send you emails, or if you give us your information, you will receive emails from us, because you want to make sure you're following things like the CAN-SPAM Act or the FTC, especially if you're in the United States or if you're emailing somebody from the United States. Don't just go pick something because some guru online was promoting some email tool. I have two different tools that I promote. I have one that's really robust in terms of automation and a lot of different options. And I got one that's great for people who are just trying to be a business owner and they want something with a little bit cheaper option, but still can do what they want. I know from my opinion that those are probably one of the two easiest to use and well-known platforms, but that doesn't mean that you have to use those. I recommend using a site called emailtooltester.com. I'll have a link for it down below in the description. That site, it has a ton of information about different email tools, and they've done reviews, they do deliverability checks. They do all these different things. You also have to understand what kind of features you're going to need, because there are certain tools that have certain features and some tools that don't. So are you going to want to send automated emails when someone signs up? Well, then you might need an autoresponder. So you're going to have that. Do you want to have automation that moves people around in your list when they're done doing one thing or another? Well, then you're probably going to need some marketing automation or email automation or automated workflows. Do you have a landing page already? If not, maybe it would be a good idea to have a landing page builder inside the email marketing tool so you can use that as a landing page to collect leads. Same goes for custom forms. It might be a good idea for you to have custom forms available so you can create those forms and put them on your website so they directly connect to your autoresponder or your email marketing platform. And then the last thing about that section here is, do you have a website already? Because if not, a lot of these tools also have the ability to create websites. So you could do all of your marketing literally literally inside of one of these tools. And there's some that are way more expensive and way more robust, and there's some that are pretty inexpensive. A lot of these range anywhere from $5 or $10 all the way up to hundreds of dollars a month to be able to use these platforms. So you got to do your research. A lot of people think that, well, obviously I'm going to, but most of the time you may not know what to write, what to say, or even how to write. So you have to think to yourself, do you have any copywriting experience? And if not, are you willing to learn? Because if you're not willing to learn and you don't have the experience, then do you have the money to hire that out for someone to do that for you? I know that seems kind of straightforward and just like, whoa, hey man, I'm serious. If you don't want to write emails or don't understand how to write emails and you don't have the money to hire out, you may not be ready for email marketing just yet, especially if you're not willing to learn it yourself. Now, personally, I don't recommend hiring it out if you can avoid it, because that ends up taking you out of the equation, and you want your readers to be able to connect to you. So you definitely don't want to leave that behind. If you are willing to write your own emails, how much time are you going to spend each week writing those emails? On this one, probably one of the most important things that I'll talk about in this video is, are you in it for the long haul? Are you willing to commit to email marketing? The big thing here is that email marketing is not a get-rich-quick opportunity. You're not going to immediately start making money from sending emails and be able to just have this massive growth in your business. Now, it is possible that you're going to have a lot of conversions and you're going to get a lot of people that want what you have, and you're going to do very well. A lot of people on average earn generally about $1 per lead on their list. When I think about the things that I've promoted in my email marketing list, I actually do make more than that. Technically, the industry average is about $41 or $42 for the lifetime value of your leads on your list, but you have to understand that's lifetime value. That's not, each month. So I like to go based on the $1 a month deal. That doesn't mean you're going to earn $1 a month per subscriber. There's not like a plan that pays you per subscriber, at least not that I know of. Otherwise, I'd be on it like crazy. But you're gonna have to be in it for the long haul to make money in the long run. This is the long game. This is, making sure that you're setting your business up for success and you're setting yourself up for not having your expectations blown out of the water because technically they were wrong to begin with. You also need to have a plan that you can execute over time. If you're gonna be in this for the long game, you gotta make sure you put a plan together on how you're gonna email, what you're gonna email about, what your topics are going to be about, and how much value you're going to provide to your audience. If you're just going to sell in your emails, it's going to fall flat. You got to be able to provide value. You got to deliver on the things that you promised, and you have to communicate with them too. If they reply to you, you got to reply back. You got to have the ability to be an active communicator with your emails. And a good example of this is I've had people on my list that have been with me for well over a year that finally turned around and bought one of the things that I mentioned in one of my emails. It's not because I kept pounding them for it. It's because I built that relationship. I built that rapport. I built that trust. You've probably heard the term know, like, and trust. Email is one of the best ways to build know, like, and trust with your audience. Be patient. It's going to be a marathon. Email marketing is not something that you're just going to implement and walk away from. You're going to be doing this day in and day out, but it is going to keep your business running, because if all of a sudden one day, all of the other social media places and all of the other places you could buy ads and buy leads and all this stuff, if they all shut down one day, you could still have a business based on your email list.